Hey, it's Mr. K. We have Corona update number 4, and today we had some staff meetings through Zoom, and got a little bit of information for you. Not a whole lot that you don't already know, but here's what I got. I got a list of things to talk about. First off, we have the option to use whatever platform we want to. There is no district-approved platform, but I think Zoom's a pretty good one for video conferencing. Although I don't want to have every single social interaction being video conferencing because that's just a lot. And the Discord channel is working out pretty well. So if you're not on that, or if you know somebody that's not on that, get them on the Discord channel. That's the fastest way to get updates instead of waiting for email or waiting to check by YouTube to see if I've updated anything. So Discord's working out. I've got several rooms in there. We'll try to use that. If we need to use a Zoom meeting for video conferencing, we'll probably do that maybe once a week or as needed. We'll put it there, so as needed. Next, I realized that some of you do not have a one-to-one household, so that means that you don't have one computer or one device per person that you can use to do school stuff. And the district realizes that too. So if you are in a household where you have one computer and let's say like 3 kids that are all in online school, yours, for my class anyway, it's going to be a lot more flexible. It always has been for the homework. And then the videos that I have, you can watch those late at night. Most of the stuff that I do is late at night anyway. So don't worry about having to show up for certain meetings, unless of course we do a live meeting. Then it kind of has to be at that time. But we'll try to do that more in the afternoon because people, we'll be sleeping in. Mornings are not the best. That said, teachers have a work order to be at work from 8 to 4 on weekdays. But due to just the audience, I know that most of y'all are teens, and a lot of you are gamers and all that stuff, and you're going to be wanting to do things more later in the day. And so 8 to 4 will be the standard, but don't be surprised if we're making that like 10 to 6 or something like that. That might be much more feasible. Other classes with other teachers, they might want to do things early in the morning, but if y'all know me, we'll still keep the same amount of hours available. I'm available whenever. If I'm online on Discord, you can try to shoot me a Discord message or put that message in the text channel, or shoot me an email. Usually I'll respond to it pretty quickly. If I don't, then don't be offended. I'm probably doing something. Even if I'm at home, I'm probably doing something, most likely gaming, but I will get to you as soon as I can. So don't worry about that too much. Next topic, grading requirements are being relaxed. There is no final word just yet from the district, but from the department meetings that we had today, they are much relaxing grading requirements as far as like tests and homeworks or whatever grades are in the grade book. We're supposed to still take some kind of grades. Most likely I'm going to do that through Mastering Physics ET Quest because that's just the easiest option for me. We might do maybe a virtual lab thing because labs are still a thing that we could do, especially with circuits. We can do labs virtually. So I'll still try to do some grades like that. But yeah, grading will be much more relaxed. Some of you are like, yeah, grading's relaxed. I don't need to do anything. You're still going to be held accountable for the material. The AP test is still coming up. AP is still a thing. And they are not pushing back the testing dates because the late testing is spaced within like 3 days. And so some of you who are taking 8 AP tests, you're obviously going to have conflicts if we do all this late testing stuff. So right now the AP tests are coming around in May, and we've already lost a week this week due to the schools being shut down. And then, like getting that whole in-classroom experience, you don't get that anymore. But what you do get is an opportunity to have repetition. Much more repetition with these videos than what I ever did in class. And that's the downfall of me in class, where I don't do a whole lot of repetition because I just don't like that. I like just doing new stuff and showing you different things, and if one thing catches your interest, then that's great. But I really hate the repetition part, but that is an important part of learning. You got to admit that. It works. So the YouTube channel is going to have a bunch of videos on it. Still talking over with Miss June about what we're going to do, whether she's going to do her own thing or if I'm going to do something with her as far as a content lesson goes. But that should be worked out by the weekend. I'm going to say that. And so if anything, just like the last video, if you find that the content that I provide is not the content for you, then you are free to find other content. Mastering Physics that you have access to is an ebook. You can go ahead and open up that ebook. It's not the best book, but it is a book. It's decent. It's better than a lot of them out there. You have tons of different video channels that you can check out. So I'll do my best to give you video tutorials, the way that I usually do with just videoing the work and all that stuff. I'll try to splice in some videos from maybe screen captures that I do, Algo do, or other videos that I find on YouTube that will be useful to splice in and show you kind of what's going on with these concepts. As we go through, I'm going to be doing more review stuff. So if you have a review topic in mind that you want to have, that you have questions about, that you want to cover first, let me know. Talk about, again, Discord is the perfect place to talk about that stuff. And these rooms, I can have you guys separate into different rooms for different topics, and I can pop into each one if we need to. Or the Zoom meetings, we can have different Zoom meetings for different topics of the day. You don't have to show up to all of them. I'm not going to force you to do that. So the last thing on this list is if you're in a TCC or dual credit class, that starts up Monday, and the professors for TCC are supposed to have checked with you guys or contacted y'all somehow about what they're doing for that. I don't have any more information on that note because TCC is separate from high school stuff. So just make sure you all are checking your emails and all of that. One other thing that was kind of brought up is that seniors, y'all have chocolate out, and there's $17,000 of checked out chocolate sales. So you might want to hold on to that packet of money that you might have had for that box of chocolate. Not sure what's going to go on with that, but that was brought up at the meeting, as was prom. They're supposed to be having more meetings about prom coming up, but right now the Perot Museum is shut down, and that's where prom is. And gatherings, of course, of more than 10 people, 50 people, 10 people, whatever the requirement is now, are not allowed. So that's all. Prom's obviously out if this thing goes on. So yeah, not sure what's going on with that. Most likely canceled. We might have already had the last day of school. The state of Texas has extended their school closings out to April, and based on the CDC guidelines that are coming out, it looks like it probably will go on more than that. While looking at all the news lately, Italy has just surpassed China for the number of deaths, and what they were saying is that the number of cases that have been reported and the ones that have been hospitalized between the ages of like 20 and 50 or 20 and somewhere around there, that's like 38% of the cases that have been going on. So this is definitely not something that only affects the old people. I'm definitely within the range of that 20 to 50, 20 to 60 age range. True, the fatalities are older, but that does not leave out major trouble and possibility of death for people that are within lower age ranges. Now, 19 and under, there's a 0% hospitalization, so it's like it's affecting everybody but y'all. And so, congratulations, the world is yours. But I would love to hand it off to you in a better shape. So, wash your hands. I added another video to the playlist. Mark Rober, he did a one where he was showing how good it is to wash your hands and how effective it is if you wash it well compared to not washing it well. And keep us updated. Again, if you are not in the Discord channel, or if you know somebody that's not, have them sign up for it, because that's the easiest way for us to contact each other right now, as far as the most immediate. Yeah, there's a little bit of spam, a little bit of chatter, but social stuff. Be careful. Be careful what you share on social media. Be careful what you post. This is the age of that, but a lot of it can be hurtful, but a lot of it can be helpful too. Make sure you're looking at the good stuff. All right, and here's the doggy. Bye. Yo, you smiling? What's going on? There you go. Okay. You want this? Ooh. Don't move. No. Yeah, you know. Hold it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ooh, you missed it. You can still have it because you missed it. It's alright.